On February 19, 1945, during the Burmese campaign in World War II, an incredible and terrible incident occurred. During the battle on the small island of Rimeri, located in the southwest of Burma, the Japanese unit was attacked by crocodiles that live in the local swamps. This case was recorded as one of the worst episodes related to the relationship between humans and these reptiles in history. The Battle of Ramree Island, recorded in history as Operation Matador, began on January 14, 1945. On that day, the 29th Indian Infantry Division landed on the island to capture a strategically important port in the northern part of the island and an airport not far from it. Ramree consisted of the 2nd Battalion, 121st Infantry Regiment, part of the 54th Division, artillery and engineer units that operated as an independent force. Heavy fighting began. The British pushed the Japanese into the country with the support of artillery and seaplanes. The Japanese during the War for Burma on January 21, the 71st Indian Infantry Brigade additionally landed on the island. It was then that a turning point in the battle for the island took place. On February 17, hostilities ceased. The Japanese abandoned their positions in the north of the island and began moving south to link up with the rest of the garrison. Their route passed through local mangrove swamps. The British units did not pursue the Japanese. The soldiers were not dressed for operations in swampy areas. His command limited himself to sending small reconnaissance groups in the wake of the retreating enemy. Although there is an opinion that the British specifically allowed the Japanese to go into the swamps. The Japanese unit entered the swamp. In addition to the problems of undrinkable water, the Japanese were plagued by snakes, scorpions, and tropical mosquitoes. But the worst was yet to come. On the night of February 19, the Japanese, while on the move, were attacked by the local shouldered crocodiles that lived in large numbers in the swamps. As a result, nearly 1,000 Japanese soldiers who entered the mangrove swamps of Ramree Island were eaten alive by crocodiles. Those who managed to get out of the death trap and the remaining 22 soldiers and 3 officers were captured by the British. A surviving Japanese soldier, the naturalist Bruce Stanley Wright, who fought alongside the British battalion, described what happened in the fauna articles. This night was the most terrifying thing any fighter had ever experienced. The screaming bloody Japanese scattered in the black slurry of the swamp, crushed in the mouths of the huge reptiles, and the strange disturbing sounds of the crocodiles turning, created a kind of infernal grandeur. Such a sight, I think, few people can see on Earth. At dawn, the vultures flew in to clean up what the crocodiles had left behind. Only about 20 of the 1,000 Japanese soldiers who entered the Ramree swamps were found alive. The case was subsequently entered into the Guinness Book of Records as the worst crocodile-related disaster in the world and the largest number of people killed by a crocodile attack. The combed alligator is still considered the most dangerous and aggressive predator on the planet. The power of his jaws is so strong that he can eat the skull of a buffalo or a sea turtle in a few seconds. Thank you for watching this video. If it was useful for you, please subscribe.